Hi everyone, welcome to Managing Strategic Resources and Operation. My name is Dr. Razak Barry and I'm the subject coordinator of this unit. So in this first session, we go through an overview of logistic and supply chain management. We will cover lots of interesting topics. For example, we will cover globalizations. We will look into the origin of supply chain and some of the elements of supply chain management and what are the major issues that we face in today's market in logistics and supply chain management. The globalization market actually refers to a process of businesses and economies becoming increasingly interconnected on a global scale. It involved the integration and interdependence on market across different countries, enabling the flow of goods, services, capitals, and information across the borders. So globalization of market has been facilitated by various factors, including advancement in technology, transportation, communications, as well as the liberalization of trade and investment policies. These factors have been allowed companies to expand their operations internationally and each customer in a different part of the world. One of the key aspects of the globalization market is standardization and homogenization of products and services. As companies seek to operate in multi countries, they often tailor the offering to suit global consumer preferences and create economic of scale. This has led to emergence of global brands and the availability of similar products and services in different market. So other things that globalization help us is the linkage in a network and facilitated by TV, radios, movies, internet, and music and transport and many things that we mentioned. Also, a good example of this is like global linkage resulted in countries that, for example, wearing jeans, drinking Coca-Cola, eating pizza and hamburgers, and all these things are the factors of globalization. Also, globalization of markets has led to increased competition among businesses. Companies now have to compete not only with the local firms or supply chain or companies, but also with international players. This resulted in a greater efficiency and innovation as businesses strive to gain a competitive edge and capture larger market shares. Another significant aspect of market globalization is the integration of financial markets. Capital flows more freely across borders, allowing companies to access funding from international sources and investors to diversify their portfolios globally. This integration has led to increased investment opportunity and the growth of multinational corporations. Basically, we come to the term to call it global village. So national markets and associated economics system are no longer isolated from one another by distance, time, or culture. They have merged into one huge global market. Having said that, globalization of market is not without challenge. We know that. It has raised concern about job displacement, income inequality, and some industry and region may experience job losses, while others benefit from new opportunities. There are also cultural and regulatory differences between countries that can create barriers to market entry and require companies to adopt their strategy accordingly. So, in general, globalization market increase the connectiveness and integration of economies worldwide. It also enables the businesses to expand and reach to markets outside that they wouldn't be able to achieve in their own or home countries. The globalization of production, also known as global production network or global value chains, refer to the fragmentation and dispersal of production activity across different countries and regions. It involves the source of input, manufacturing processes, and distribution of goods and services in global integrated manner. Globalization of product has driven by various factors, including advancement in transportation and communication technology, reduced trade barriers and cost considerations, companies now have the ability to locate different stage of production in different part of the world based on the factors such as labor cost, access to raw materials, specialized skills, and market proximity as well. One of the main elements of the global production network is the concept of offshoring or outsourcing. Companies may choose to offshore certain production activities to countries where labor costs are lower, enabling them to achieve cost saving and remain competitive. This can involve activities such as manufacturing, assembly, customer support, and even research and development. So the globalization production has had significant implication for both developed and developing countries. Developing countries often attract foreign investment and benefit from job creation and technology transfer as multinational companies set up production facilities. However, concern can be raised about the potential exploitations of cheap labor and the impact on local industries and employment in developed countries. This is a great example here. For example, in production of this jacket, how many countries does it take to make this coat or jacket, right? So we can see from China, the world's largest producer of cotton, made the winner. Germany, they produce the snaps. Japan, they produce the zippers. Thailand, they're looking into ring the hoods and stuff. And Taiwan, which is specialized in making material for outdoor clothing, produce the shell and fleece as well. So this is a great example of a coat or jacket that is made from different countries. Another great example here. Let's have a look at this example of a plane, Boeing. So you can see each part, just the body of this plane, made from different countries and different continents. So you can see companies from US, Canada, Australia, Japan, Korea, and Europe. They've been involved in production of just body of this plane. So this is another great example that shows the production or the globalization of production as well. At the same time, it can also bring us and shows us the complexity of production of this plane as well. Since we talk about Boeing, let's have a look at different products they might have or different plane that they have. So Boeing extended the global supply chain, so they have 783 million parts are produced in 1 year. Let's have a look at like they have Boeing 737, 400,000 parts. Boeing 767, 3.1 million parts. 787, 777, 748, 78. So you can see each of them. So the general spending here is like 28 billion spent. 5,400 factories around the world and more than 500 people working. So this is another great example to be able to or to be aware of it. International trade refers to exchange of goods, services, and capital across national borders. It involves the buying and selling of products and services between countries, typically through export and import. So international trade play a critical role in the global economy, facilitating economic growth, creating job, and promoting specializations and efficiency. Countries engage in trade to access goods and services that are not available domestically or are available at a lower cost or higher quality from other countries. So typically we have two main type of international trade. One is related to good trade. We buy products, involve the exchange of tangible products such as raw material, manufacturing goods, and agriculture. Countries export goods that they can produce efficiently and import goods that they cannot produce or they are producing less efficiently. Service trade, on the other hand, this involves the exchange of intangible services such as financial services, tourism, transportation, consulting, and also software development. Service trade has become increasingly important in global economy, contributing to the economic growth and job creation. So, international trade is facilitated by various mechanisms, including trade agreement, tariff, quotas, and trade finance. Government negotiate trade agreement to establish rules and reduce barriers to trade between countries, promoting the flow of the goods and services. Tariffs or taxes imposed on imported goods, while quotas limited the quantity of certain goods that can be imported. Advancement in transportation communication technology also has significant enhancement in our international trade by reducing the cost, improving logistics, and enabling faster and more efficient transportation or transaction. International trade has both benefit and challenges. Benefit includes access to a wider variety of goods and services, increased productivity, efficiency through specialization, job creation, and economic growth. But at the same time, challenges can be arise from the trade imbalances, competition, and displacement of certain industries or workers. The origin of supply chain management can trace back to early days of commerce and trade. While the concept itself has evolved over time, its fundamental principles have existed for centuries. Here are some of the key milestones that we can cover. For example, in 1950s and 1960s, US manufacturing focused on mass production techniques as the principle of cost reduction and productivity improvement strategies. 1960s, 1970s, introduction of new computer technology led to the development of material requirement planning (MRP) and manufacturing resource planning, which call it MRP2, to coordinate inventory management and improve international communication. It continues 1980s and 1990s. Intense global competition led US manufacturing adopting then the supply chain management term come into place, just in time, total quality management, business process reengineering come into play. And 2000 and beyond, companies focus on relationships, sustainability, and social responsibility. Like companies will focus on improving supply chain capabilities and initiatives. Then they're looking into, for example, third-party service providers, integrating logistics, using transportation to facilitate rapid responses. Today, supply chain management have evolved into multidisciplinary field that encompasses strategic planning, logistic procurement, operation information system, risk management, and sustainability. It continues to adapt and evolve as the new technologies and global trends emerge, shaping the way goods and services are delivered from supplier to end consumer. There are so many different definitions, which all of them saying the same thing from different places or institution. So supply chain management can be defined in various ways, but at its core, it involves the coordination and management of activities and processes that contribute to the flow of goods, services, information, and finance from the point of origin to the point of consumption. So here are some of those examples from Institute for Supply Chain Management, Logistic and Supply Chain Management Society, Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals. In essence, supply chain management encompasses activities such as procurement, production, inventory management, transportation, warehousing, demand planning, customer relationship management, and integration of various stakeholders across the supply chain to ensure efficiency and effective flow of goods and services. It aims to optimize processes, reduce cost, enhance customer satisfaction, and drive overall organization success. As we mentioned, supply chain flows and network, it look like this. So on the left side, we have upstream, that it's all suppliers. So we have tier one, tier two, tier three, and can go on. And then on the right side, we have downstream, where is the customer side. So again, we have tier one, tier two, tier three, and can goes all the way to the end customer. We mentioned the flows, the product services, or cash finance or information. These are the flows that can go both sides, all right? So these flows of information can flow from both sides, or cash, or even product or services as well. This is a good example of a biomanufacturing. So you can see on the left side, we have all those cans from farms, hubs, bottles manufacturer, all the way come to the beers. They make the beers and they send it to distributor. Then it goes to grocery shops and the customers can go and buy it from the shops. The concept of logistics refers to the management of the flow and storage of goods, services, information, and resources from point of origin to the point of consumption or final destination. It involves the planning, implementation, and control of various activities to ensure the efficiency and effective movement of goods and services within a supply chain. So logistics encompasses a range of activities like transportation, inventory management, warehousing, packaging, order fulfillment, customer clearance, and reverse logistics as well. It also involves coordination and integration of these activities to achieve optimal performance and customer satisfaction. So technically, logistics is closely related to supply chain management, with logistics being the subset of the broader supply chain. It is responsible for the physical movement and coordination of goods and services, while supply chain management encompasses a wider scope that includes strategic planning, coordination with supplier and customers, and integration of various functions within the supply chain. This is how the framework look like for the logistic and supply chain. So we have on the left side we have inbound, and right side on top we have outbound. So anything come to the manufacturing is inbound. As soon as the product is ready to go out, it's outbound logistic. So from left to right, we call it logistic or forward logistics. When there's a defect or the product we return it, it goes to reverse logistics. So you can see all those activities that through the supply chains that been involved in this framework as well. The concept of seven right in logistics and supply chain refers to a set of principles that guide the efficient and effective management of logistic operation. These principles help ensure that the right product is delivered to the right place at the right time, in the right quantity, in the right condition, and in the right to the right customer and at the right cost. Thus, these are some of the explanations. So, right product refer to delivering the correct product or services. Right place involves delivering the product to the correct location or point of consumption. Right time. This principle emphasizes the importance of delivering the product at the appropriate timing. Right quantity, it means we delivered in the right or correct quantity of product or services as required by the customer. Right condition, the principle focus on ensuring that products delivered in proper condition or state. Right customer is delivered to the right customer, correct customer. Right cost refer to managing the logistic operation in a cost-effective manner. So by adhering these seven rights, logistic and supply chain can enhance operational efficiency, customer satisfaction, and overall supply chain performance. This principle provide a comprehensive framework to managing logistic activities and ensuring the successful delivery of product and services to customer. Logistics and supply chain involve a wide range of interconnected elements and activities that work together to ensure the efficient and effective flow of goods, services, information, and resources. Here are some important elements of logistics and supply chain. For example, we're looking into supply elements. Supplier management improve performance through evaluation or supply certification. Looking into a strategic partnership, maybe partnership or trusting relationship with top tier supplier. Ethic and sustainability, recognizing suppliers' impact on reputation and carbon footprints. There are some major issues to consider. For example, technology challenges is to evaluate and successfully implement the technology, transportation management, as we talk about the seven rights. Supply chain security concern and potential challenge since 9/11 happened. Expanding the supply chain, firms are expanding partnership and building facilities in foreign markets, increasing supply chain responsiveness. Firms will increasingly need to be more flexible and responsive to customer needs. There are many more major considerations that we always need to be aware of. For example, COVID 19 or anything. There's so much out there we need to consider. In conclusion, globalizations and international trade will continue Logistic and supply chains are essential component of these modern business operations. They involve the management coordination of various activity processes and stakeholders to ensure the smooth flow of goods, services, information, resources from point of origin to point of consumption. As the business landscape continue to evolve, it becomes increasingly important for companies to adopt the logistic and supply chain strategy to stay competitive and meet the evolving needs of customers. By embracing innovation, leveraging data-driven insight, and fostering collaboration, organization can create robust and agile supply chain that drive business successes in the dynamic and interconnected world of commerce. And we reached to the end of this session. But I hope by covering this session, you have a good um, background or understanding of what logistic and supply chain means and what are those main concerns and challenges that we facing and how we can be more efficient and how we can improve the processes. Thank you. All the best and good luck.